Lovely good morning to all the STV viewers. Thank you for keeping yourself on the first show. This is STV. My name is Kimgisa Angela, giving you a lifestyle segment where I talk about the fun side of the life besides the current affairs. So today in our lifestyle, I have a book for us today, a book that I would recommend. It's called Half a Yellow Sun. So this book is written by a gentleman known, this book is written by a Nigerian author known as Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and it was published in 2006. This book is a historical fiction and gives us tells us about the Biafra War in Nigeria, where we see this war affecting 5 personalities. We see that two twin daughters of a businessman, a professor, all of these people are affected by the war. So in this story or in this novel, we see these people struggling to survive. We see a lot of things happening in their lives. We see people's lives changing, like the character known as Uju, who is a houseboy at the age of 13, but he has to survive and he has to bond with his bosses, and then the boss brings in his wife, and then a lot of drama happens in his life. So in this book, we get to see characters like Uju, Olana, we get to see Richard. All of them are affected by the war. We see the effects of the war in their life. We're talking about the Biafran War in Nigeria. This was happened, or they used to call it the Nigerian Civil War by then. And this book was published in 2006. I want to say it again. It was written by a Nigerian author known as Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. So it's a lovely book for those that want historical fiction, who want things like marriage, war, those people that like such things, effects of war, how we want to see things ending up. So this book is a recommendation to you. I would love you to try it out. It's a very nice book, Half of a Yellow Sun. It's a very nice book, so please read it and learn something for it. And for those that want the movie, even the movie is there. It's called Half of a Yellow Sun. So please check it out and enjoy it. And that has been our book of the day. So let me immediately take you. Today we're going to have some bit of ethics tips for those for the employees strictly. Today I organized some ethic tips for you. For those that want to know how you should behave when it comes to your workplace, before your bosses, what you're supposed to do. So today we're going to be learning some ethic tips, and please join me. Please learn something from them.
There's few moments where you are told there's a certain way you're supposed to behave when you're at your workplace, a certain way you're supposed to conduct yourself, certain things you shouldn't do or you should watch out for when you're at work, or you've once been warned by your supervisor, your manager, or your bosses, your director, your CEO, and you're trying to find a way of not getting into trouble with them again. So today I brought you some of the work ethics you should follow when you're at your workplace. These are to help you guide you so that you don't get into trouble each minute with your bosses. Number 1, learning how to be professional. Professional employees, it's easy for them to maintain their good work ethics. In most cases, professionalism can be seen or noticed clearly with the way we speak, the way we carry ourselves, the way we dress. Are we neat? Are we focused? We as workers or employers, we should learn how to be professional so that we can even easily maintain our work. Cooperation. As workers or employees, we should learn how to be cooperative. We should be cooperative even with our bosses. We should really cooperate willingly amongst each other. And it's a sign of good teamwork. So it's even easier for us to assist ourselves in whatever type of work we do have on our tables when we cooperate freely and willingly. Productivity. Workers should always ensure that we are productive. And when we talk about productive, we should always be having what they call outstanding productivity, like maybe completing our projects early and also doing more. As workers and employees, we should always make sure that we complete our projects early in time, and always make sure that everything you do is productive and there's something or a value that it's adding to your workplace, or maybe your company, maybe your business or something. Make sure that each time you're doing something that you call productivity, make sure that it's outstanding productivity. Discipline. Discipline is a very essential part in showing good working ethics. One way in which workers or employees can also show their determination and also their commitment is through discipline. When you're disciplined, it's easy to show that you're determined and also committed. Disciplined workers always strive to meet their goals. They always seek to learn. They always want to learn new skills and also improve on their performance. They always care to know how the performance is. So be that one disciplined worker or employee, or also even the bosses, we do need this. Who wants to learn? Who is willing to learn? Who wants to improve their performance and always wants to know how the performance is? Lastly, learning to be dedicated. As workers and employees, we should always focus on our tasks without any excuses, and also learning how to finish our duties in time. Through this, we can also avoid distractions that maybe distract us or disorganize our brains from doing our proper work.
If you're an employee, please discipline. They talk about being, I would say, hardworking, and at the same time, you admit that you have to learn. You don't know everything. When you're an employee, accept the fact that you have to learn certain things. So today we're also going to have some crafting tips for those that do know about crafting. If you do crafting, today we're basically going to be talking about tips on how you can maintain your tools. Excuse me. So today we're going to be talking about how you can maintain your tools if you're doing crafting. I mean crafting tools strictly. So join me as I take you through these tips in how you can maintain your tools.
Are you a fan of crafting, or do you do crafting? Today I do have some tips to guide you on how you can maintain your tools for a long time. I'm talking about tools that you use on a daily basis in crafting, and these tips are inexpensive and also common. You can even call them craft hacks. So number 1, did you know that you can sharpen your scissors with a sandpaper? With this, you can easily sharpen your scissors without a lot of stress. All you have to do is try cutting the sandpaper just each time you realize that the scissors do need sharpening. And it's recommended that you actually use the medium grained. Picking up the glitter. Have you ever accidentally poured down the glitter and you know how hard it is and complicated to pick up the glitter? It is so stressing that even some people just end up leaving it there and trying maybe to get some more other glitter, or even quitting. But you can use the lid roller to pick up the glitter. Learn storing the glue in a glass. First of all, you should try storing the glue upside down in a glass rather than storing it anyhowly. And then the glue will be safe and ready, and it will be there whenever you need it. Protecting the knitting needle tips. You can use the wine corks. The wine corks these are wood-like looking tops on wine bottles or on champagne bottles. So try using the wine corks to prevent the tips of the knitting needles from maybe piercing someone or piercing you yourself, or even getting spoiled. They can even get broken. All you have to do is just stab the needle into the wine cork.